Hi, 7th grade. This is Mr. Wiz reading the Unit 1, Lesson 2, Theme and Summary Quiz. Please start off by putting your first and last name on this line here. A reminder, at any time you may pause the video as you work. When you're finished, you can replay the video and continue to work on the quiz. Please mark here what class period you are in for language arts. The center. Read the story, The Center. Rosario used to enjoy going to the ice cream store across the street, but it had burned down more than a year ago in an accidental fire that destroyed the entire block. Now the block had been bulldozed, and weeds covered the dirt and poked up through the cracks in the blacktop. The block was like a black hole in the middle of Rosario's neighborhood. A few months ago, people in the community had gotten together and decided to do something about the empty lot. They created a neighborhood council, a group of people who would organize things and make decisions. The city agreed to purchase the lots and donate them to the council, so long as the land was used in some way to serve the community. The council called a neighborhood meeting to decide how to put the land to good use. They said that everyone in the community would have a chance to voice their ideas. Then the council would vote to decide the best course of action to take. Many people spoke out at the meeting. Several people presented very good ideas, but it seemed as though everyone wanted something different. Rosario wasn't worried, however, because she believed that her idea was the best. Even though she was one of the youngest people at the meeting, when it was her turn to speak, she didn't hesitate for a moment to tell people about her plan. This community needs a teen center, Rosario began in a strong voice. Teenagers in our neighborhood need a safe place to gather. They need a place where they can get help with their homework after school and where they can organize clubs to do sports, art, and drama. In order to give back to the community, the Teen Center could also organize a service club to do volunteer work in the neighborhood. Rosario knew she had presented her ideas well when some people clapped after her speech. Then a woman about her grandmother's age got up to speak. Hello, my name is Ruby Johnson, and I feel that it would be a terrible waste to turn this land into a teen center. Teenagers have so many places to go already, like the mall, the video arcade, and the park. Those places are filled with teenagers. They are so noisy that older people can't find a quiet place to talk. What this neighborhood really needs is a senior center, where seniors can find some company to get help with their meals or other needs during the day. It was the seniors who helped build this community, and now this community should give something back to them. When Miss Johnson was through speaking, everyone clapped except Rosario. She felt angry. It wasn't fair to imply that all teenagers were noisy. It also wasn't fair to say that there were lots of places for teenagers to go. Places like the mall and the movie theater were miles away, and Rosario and her friends weren't old enough yet to drive themselves there. Also, everything there cost money. Rosario left the meeting somewhat dejected and wondered what would become of the empty lots. The next day, Rosario received a surprise phone call from the president of the council, Mrs. Moriwaka. She informed Rosario that the council had voted to build a teen center. There was a catch, however. We also voted to build a senior center, said Mrs. Moriwaka. We decided that the two groups could share a building along with a field and a playground outside. We would like you and Mrs. Johnson to plan the center. The council was impressed with both of you and feels that you will make quite a team. Rosario was skeptical about working together with Miss Johnson, but she called her anyway. Teenagers and seniors, Miss Johnson said with a sigh. This is going to be an unusual center. I hope it won't be too noisy for you, said Rosario, who was still feeling hurt by Miss Johnson's comments from the meeting. Miss Johnson laughed. You and I have one thing in common. We certainly aren't afraid to speak our minds. You know, not all teenagers are noisy, said Rosario. And if we're given a chance, we can do a lot of helpful things. For instance, we could help some of the seniors with their grocery shopping. And perhaps we could help you with your homework, said Miss Johnson. There are several retired teachers in the neighborhood who would make excellent tutors. Have you thought about how you'd like the center to be designed? For starters, the center should definitely have a big room with a stage for plays and dances, said Rosario emphatically. A ballroom, Miss Johnson exclaimed. That's exactly what I was thinking. The seniors would love to have a place to hold square dances. That sounds pretty noisy, said Rosario. She and Miss Johnson both laughed.